Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radhe, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Jaya, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttamasloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha nandagopa kumaraya govindaya namo namaha. Hare Krishna. So, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter number 18th, Prithu Maharaj milks the earth planet. So, first three verses. So, first two verses, not purport. So, just I will recite these two verses. Maitre uvacha yittam pritam abhistuya rasa praspurti adaram punar ahavanirбhita samastha atmanam atmana. Translation: The great saint Maitreya continued to address Vidura. My dear Vidura, at that time, after the planet Earth finished her prayers, King Prithu was still not pacified, and his lips trembled in great anger. Although the planet Earth was frightened, she made up her mind and began to speak as follows in order to convince the king. Sanniyacha vivo manyum nibodha sravitam chame sravatasaram adhate yatha madhu karo buddha. Translation: My dear Lord, please pacify your anger completely and hear patiently whatever I submit before you. Please turn your kind attention to this. I may be very poor, but a learned man takes the essence of knowledge from all places, just as a bumblebee collects honey from each and every flower. Text number 3. Asmilloke atavamsim asminloke amsim munibis tattvadarshibhi drishta yoga prayuktasya pumsam sreya prasidyate. Asmilloke atavam sumin munibhi tattva darshibihi drishta yoga prayuktasya pumsam sreya prasiddhaye. Asmilloke atavam shumin munibhistattvadarshibhi drishta yoga prayuktasya pumsam sreya prasiddhaye. Atvim loke atavam shumin munibhistattvadarshibhi drishta yoga prayuktasya pumsam sreya prasiddhaye. Asmin loke atavasmin munibhistattvadarshibhi drishta yoga prayuktasya pumsam sreya prasiddhaye. Word to word meaning: Asmin, in this, loke, duration of life, atava, or amsumin, in the next life, munibihi, by the great sages, tattva, the truth, darshibihi, by those who have seen it, drishta, prescribed, yoga, methods, prayuktaha, applied, cha, also, pumsam, of the people in general, sreya, benefit, prasiddhaye, in the matter of obtaining. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki: to benefit all human society not only in this life but in the next, the great seers and sages have prescribed various methods conducive to the prosperity of the people in general. Purport: Vedic civilization take advantage of the perfect knowledge presented in the Vedas and presented by great sages and Brahmanas for the benefit of human society. Vedic injunctions are known as Shruti, and the additional supplementary presentations of these principles, as given by the great sages, are known as Smritis. They follow the principles of Vedic instruction. Human society should take advantage of the instructions from both Shruti and Smriti. If one wants to advance in spiritual life, he must take these instructions and follow the principles. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami says that if one poses himself as advanced in spiritual life but does not refer to the Shrutis and Smritis, he is simply a disturbance in society. One should follow the principles laid down in Shrutis and Smritis, not only in one's spiritual life, but in material life as well. As far as human society is concerned, it should follow the Manusmriti as well, for these laws are given by Manu, the father of mankind. In the Manusmriti, it is stated that a woman should not be given independence, but should be given protection by her father. Husband and elderly sons, in all circumstances, a woman should remain dependent upon some guardian. Presently, women are given full independence like men, but actually, we can see that such independent women are no happier than those women who are placed under guardians. If people follow the injunctions given by the great sages, Sritis and Smritis, they can actually be happy in both in this life and next. Unfortunately, rascals are manufacturing so many ways and means to be happy. Everyone is inventing so many methods. Consequently, human society has lost the standard ways of life, both materially and spiritually, and as a result, people are bewildered, and there is no peace and happiness in this world. Although they are trying to solve the problems of human society in the United Nations, they are still baffled because they do not follow the liberated instructions of the Vedas. They are unhappy. Two significant words used in this verse are asmin and amsumin. Asmin means in this life, and amsumin means in the next life. Unfortunately, in this age, even exalted professors and learned men believe that there is no next life and that everything is finished in this life. Since they are rascals and fools, what advice can they give? Still, they are passing as learned scholars and professors. In this verse, the word amsumin is very explicit. It is duty of everyone to mold their life in such a way that he will have a profitable next life. Just a boy is educated in order to become happy later. One should be educated in this life in order to attain an eternal, prosperous life after death. It is therefore essential that people follow what is given in the Srutis and Smritis to make sure that the human mission is successful. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadakikam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamsha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradaite Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratviset He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarungasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की गौर निताय की हरे कृष्णा I seek blessings from all the Vaishnavas, especially from His Grace Anand Mai Prabhu. So this is a very very instructive verse, especially this purport which is given by Prabhupada to benefit all human society, not only in this life but in the next. The great seers and sages have prescribed various methods conducive to the prosperity of people in general. So we can see how that especially in these verses we can see that what is the nature of spirituality, spiritually great person, you know. So generally those who are the saintly people, they always look essence within anything and they extract from that for the welfare of the society. We can see personally that how uh, Prabhupada describes in the Srimad Bhagavatam in one of the chapters it came that there are two people, there are two insects, one is bumblebee and one is fly. So if you see the nature of a bumblebee, generally even in a dustbin, if rubbish is there, so a small flower is there inside the dustbin, so the bumblebee immediately goes that place and find the essence from that flower, that is nectar. So even the flower may not have proper petals, but still the bumblebee have only one focus on the flower, that is nectar. So similarly, if you take a beautiful garden with so many flowers, fragrant flowers, and a small dustbin is there, so the fly goes only that dustbin and accept the juice from that. So, so this is the difference between the bumblebee and the fly. So similarly, we can see from this that so from these two natures, one can understand that which type of we want to be, either bumblebee or fly. So that's why when we associate with great people like Prabhupada, so he established this Iskcon society. So many Vaishnavas are there. So by associating with them, one can convert from fly to the bumblebee. So they always look the essence, you know. So they want to take the essence and want to serve the people in general for the welfare of the society. So similarly, we can see Parikshit Maharaj that even in difficult situations in his life, that he got curse by Takshak that he will die within 7 days. But even in that difficult situation, Parikshit Maharaj taken shelter of the sages and he completely focus on only one thing, that how to remember Krishna. So for 7 days and 7 nights, he just focus on one thing, how to focus on Krishna actually. So So generally, in most difficult situations, it is very difficult to remember Krishna or chant, especially for devotees. When we are sick, then it is very difficult. We cannot come for morning program, we cannot chant also, you know. So, but here, Parikshit Maharaj, he already got the news that he will leave the body within 7 days. So, how much the mind will disturb, you know. But still, he has full faith on the holy name and the pastimes of the Lord. So that's why he has taken shelter of the holy name and as well as the devotees. So that's why how in our life also, in all difficult situations, one should try to see the essence and take the essence so that one will advance in our Krishna consciousness life. So here Prabhupada mentioned that that how when Prithu Maharaj is king and trying to punish the benefit of human society, so that is correct. So according to time, place and circumstances, even the saintly people or even the kings, when they are saintly people, they will punish for the welfare of the society. So on the other hand, Mother Earth, from her side, she is appealing for the mercy from the king, and Prutmaras finally accepts. So that's why, if you see, the spiritual life means forgiveness. So, so similarly, how Mother Earth that ask for mercy from Prithmaras, similarly, so one should learn from Mother Earth how one should ask for mercy. So even we can see that how the great personalities like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, uh, when in the position of murderers like Jaga and Madai, even though means they are really criminals, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so much merciful, he is ready to deliver Jaga and Madai. So here from this verse we can see the standards of living, So from the scriptures it is mentioned from the Varnashrama Dharma. So the main thing is who? Brahmanas, the head of the society. So in Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned Yadyat Acharate Sreshta Taddat Evataro Janaha Sayat Pramana Kurute Lokastat Anuvartate. So whatever action a great man performs, common man follows. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So that's why the Brahmanas or the sages, those who are the head of the society, they should follow the scriptures so that the everyone will follow. So similarly, one more verse is given in Bhagavad Gita. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyardam vimudhatma mityachara sa uchyate. So one who restrains the sense of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly dilutes himself and is called a pretender. So that's why sadhu means he should not be michachar. So wearing the dress of a sadhu, but he will not follow the rules and injunctions of the scriptures which is given. So that's why that in the Varnashrama Dharma, Varnashrama, especially the Brahmanas are the topmost. So that's why there is one verse is there. Vijatina Agnir Gurur. So generally the Brahmanas, when they worship the Lord, first they ignite the fire. They invite the fire god actually. Why? Because it is mentioned in the scriptures, Vijatina Agnir Gurur. So even for the Brahmanas, sun god is the spiritual master. So Agni Devata. So why? Because Agni is the karma sakshi. So whatever karma we perform, the witness is Agni actually, sun god. So Varnanam Brahmana Guru. So among the Brahmanas, means among the Varnas, Brahmana is the Guru. Pitireva Gurur Patni. So husband is the first spiritual master for the wife. Atiti Sarvatma Guruva. So for guests, so generally guest is the spiritual master. So when some guest comes unknowingly, so then one should treat, means so grosthas, they should treat him like a spiritual master. So from this we can see that how that each and every class they should follow actually. So as an husband, one should become ideal husband so that wife will follow, and one should become ideal brahmana so that other varnas follow. So from this we can understand that how by following the scriptures all these classes will become perfect. So the first and foremost quality for a disciple when approach the spiritual master, so in Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned, tad viddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadyakshanti te jnana jnanina sattvadarshinaha. So when we are approaching, when a disciple approaches the spiritual master, so he should learn the truth in such a way, he inquire submissively, and after inquiring submissively, then he should render service. So the self-realized soul can impart knowledge like this, so that they can see the truth. So that's why from the spiritual master one should inquire submissively. So then afterwards they should render service. Again they inquire so that they will get the knowledge. So here, so the most important for sadhu is speech. So generally, when the sadhu speaks, then he should speak truth. So in Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned, anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priti hitam chayat. So generally the austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful. So when the sadhu speaks, he always speaks truthful, and that speech also which pleases and give benefits to the people in general. So and also they should recite the Vedic literature. So that's why we can see that how when we are practicing this Krishna consciousness very seriously, then by our sincere practice of this Krishna consciousness, one can follow the scriptures, one can speak the truth. So we can see personally that before coming to Krishna consciousness and after coming to Krishna consciousness, so there is lot of change comes in the life of a devotee. So before coming, there are so many bad habits, so many conditionings, but once we follow these scriptural injunctions, and by chanting this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when we regularly chanting this holy name, and when we hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, so then one will get strength to speak the truth. So that's why Prabhupada make this movement, Iskcon movement, especially to make Brahmanas. So Kalo Sudra Sambhava. In Kali Yuga, everyone is Sudra. So that's why Prabhupada says. So now in Kali Yuga, there is headless society. There are no Brahmanas. So I make this society only to establish the Brahmana. through giving this Brahmanic culture. So Prabhupada is given this Harinam Diksha and Brahmana Diksha, by giving, by educating them, by giving proper understanding, though through these Shrutis and Smritis, you know. So that's why Prabhupada, when he went to Western countries, that everyone is in miserable condition, you know. So all hippies are very miserable, you know. So then Prabhupada make them happy. So in this purport also Prabhupada mentioned, that those who are not follow the scriptures, they are not at all happy in this life, in the next life. So how they are not happy in this life? So first we should know actually. So Prabhupada is given 4 basic important things, that is, one should follow the 4 regulative principles. As soon as one follow these 4 regulative principles, one can be very happy. Why? Because these 4 regulative principles are given by the scriptures, do's, and don'ts. So that's why those who are, meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, these are all means don'ts. So those who stop, those will not do all these things and follow 4 regulative principles. So whatever that misery in their life, it will go away actually. So that's why just follow the 4 regulative principles itself, one can become situated in happiness. So what to speak when we start chanting the holy name? We are completely blissful by chanting this holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that's why when if you see a coconut tree, then the coconut initially it is not ripened state. So then afterwards, when it fell down, it will become dry. Then the coconut, the water and everything will go away. Then the outer layer and inner layer is separated. So then, so similarly for a sadhaka, initially means we are attached to this body, so that we have so many sufferings. We are attached to this gross body. So, but as soon as means when we are practicing this Krishna consciousness, at the end, once become ripened state fully, when they become pure devotee, then it is like a dry coconut. They are completely detached from this material world and they are completely in happy. So like this, we can see by sincerely practicing this Krishna consciousness, one can give up all these conditionings, whatever attachments to this material body, everything can give up. So here, that's why this devotional service can destroy, the all conditionings. So Prabhupada mentions that Harinam Sankirtan is the essence. So we may ask ourselves one question, that every day we are chanting, but even every day we are chanting, still the potency of the Maya is there. So why it is happening? Krishna means the Maya is trying to control us. But on the other hand, the holy name is so powerful that it is said, Krishna Surya Samamaya Haya Andakar Yan Krishna Taha Nahi Mayara Adhikar. So here Krishna is compared to sunshine and the Maya is compared to the darkness. So wherever there is a sunshine, there cannot be darkness. Simple formula. So when sunshine comes, then there is no darkness. So on the other hand, as soon as one takes to the Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion will immediately vanishes. So as soon as one chants the holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So then all the darkness should remove. But still, it is not happening for sadhaka life. Why? So what is the problem behind this? So we can see that how Gautam Muni, a great saint, that who drinks 7 oceans, that he explains. So japa means manam madhye sthita mantra. So if mantra becomes potential, then engage our mind completely with mantra actually. So one should focus. When we chant this holy name, one should focus our mind completely, like Dhruv Maharaj. So Dhruv Maharaj is one of the example from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is given within few months, able to see the Lord face to face. All the fruitive desires, everything will go away. So similarly here, Manam Madhye Sthitam Mantra. Mantra Madhye Sthitam Mana. So when we completely put your mind has to be with mantra, and mantra has to be with the mind. So vice versa. So then what happened? Our focus is completely, means when we chant the holy name, when we focus completely on this mantra, then all our conditions will go away. It burnt. And so that's why this Maha Mantra, means one should always put together with our mind actually. So we can see personally that the Goswamis, they always chant the holy name. So their lips never stops. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So if you see the Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, these great personalities, their lips never stops. They do their service but they continue chanting the holy name. So because their mind is with mantra actually. This is the power. So Prabhupada also give example that when we cook food, so rice, dal, sabji, so we turn on the fire, but sometimes still it will not cook. So put on the stove, it takes so much time, but it will not cook. So much smoke comes. Why? Because the proper fire is not, touches to the vessel. So actually the fire should increase, then it will be cooked. So because of less fire, the smoke comes. So similarly, the smoke is compared to the material attachments, and the fire is compared to, means our devotional practice. If our sadhana is not strong, then so our conditionings will remain same. It will not go away. It will not burnt away. So similarly here, as soon as the fire increases, the food, the rice, dal, sabji, everything will be cooked very nicely. So the uncooked rice, it is not eatable. It will throw away. So similarly, when we perform the sadhana in such a way, when we chant the holy name very sincerely, and when we follow the everything, so according to the scriptures, and when our sincerity and determination increases in practicing bhakti, then automatically all our conditions will go away. And one can become happiness in all conditions, in all situations in our life. Example, Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj, even though in a very difficult situation, when Hiranyakashipu, his father, is trying to trouble in different situations, then but still he is very happy. In all circumstances, remember Krishna actually. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He remember Krishna. He remember the holy name. So because his sadhana is very strong. So similarly, when a sadhaka, he increases sadhana, so then one can easily practice devotional service. One can easily go away all our conditionings. So this is one important thing for devotees. So here in the purport also it is given that when we practice like this, then one will become selfless and one will get the qualities of a sadhu, you know. So generally, if you see a patient can be identified with some symptoms. Suppose he's means if he have some cold or cough, he's sneezing or coughing, and when go to the hospital, doctor will identify the some of the symptoms. Some symptoms is not visible, but it can identify only by the doctor some symptoms. So through symptoms, one can identify the disease. So similarly, a Vaishnava can identify the qualities. So it is given that that how a Vaishnava should be humble, and Vaishnava is very simple-hearted, and Vaishnava is selflessness. You know. So like this, all these qualities are there. So similarly, when a devotee practicing Krishna consciousness very seriously, so then he want to show compassion for others. You know. So so similarly here, when uh, Lord Ramachandra son Love and Kusha, these two sons, uh, his spiritual master is Valmiki. He teaches all the thing, everything. And after this Lavakusa, they ask one question to Valmiki that please explain us what for this body, what is meant for this body. So then Valmiki Muni, he told three things. One is tree and cow and rivers and finally body. He told four things. So par upakaraya phalanti vrikshe. So for the benefit of others, tree gives everything actually. Give fruits, give shadow. When so much sun heat is there, it gives shadow. So like this we can see so many things. And rivers also give this water, pure water, drinking water, you know. So so like this. So similarly, and cow means gives the milk. So generally, the mother can give the milk only for few months for the child. But cow is such a mother can give our entire life the milk, you know, for entire human society. So that's why even Krishna is also worship the mother cow, you know, very means more than own mother. So that's why now also Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmanaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So cow is the most dear to Krishna also. So that's why here the selflessness which attracts everyone, even Krishna also. So here even we can see that how that similarly this body is meant for others. So generally saintly people, this body is used for others actually, you know, for serving others. So this is the greatness of the saintly people. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given example of the that Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhavamaha Davagni Nirvarpanam, you know. So that Cheto Darpana Marjanam. So this uh, the our heart is compared to the mirror. Our you know. So it when we chant this holy name, the cleansing process starts. So generally, glass is very sensitive. So when the dust is there, when it cleanses, it should cleanse very delicately. Otherwise, the glass will broken. So similarly, when we practice this devotional service, one should be very, very sensitive. So otherwise, so one cannot. So it is mentioned that suppose if you take a mirror, that when a driver is driving, when the mirror is there, if it is go in different direction, then there will be an accident because the mirror is not in proper direction. So similarly, when we practicing this devotional service, one should be in proper direction, directed by the spiritual master, so that one can practice Krishna consciousness. So, so that's why when we chant this holy name, then one can cleanse the mirror of our heart. And when we follow the injunctions which is given by the spiritual master, when we this follow, so then one will not see Maya beautiful. One will see Krishna as beautiful because one will go in proper direction. So when we'll go in proper direction, then only one can see Krishna is beautiful and Maya is away from a devotee. So like this, we can see by practicing sincerely, one can purify himself and as well as one can purify others. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गौर भक्त वृंद की, गौर प्रेमानंदे.